Barclays Center has become an asylum. Dean Ambrose is back. Bigger, stronger, badder than ever before. Barclays just came unglued. Well, you just heard Terry Crews say it's about success or it's about failure. For many of these superstars here tonight, that's what matters, and it starts with Seth Rollins.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first the challenger, accompanied by Dean Ambrose from weighing 217 pounds, Seth Rollins.
So we kick Summerslam off with a match from Monday Night Raw for the Intercontinental Championship. And there is a reason that Seth Rollins has brought his Shield brethren Dean Ambrose back, and that is for backup. Seth Rollins has learned many times throughout recent history that Drew McIntyre has been a complete game changer. Rollins had Ambrose tonight, hopefully neutralize the Scottish psychopath. There can be no more discussion about the playing field not being equal. Tonight, it's about Seth, it's about Dolph. That's all that matters. Rollins is out. He dressed like he's out here looking for the Infinity Gauntlet, but I think the Intercontinental title is more important tonight.
His opponent, accompanied by Drew McIntyre, presenting in Hollywood Florida weighing 218 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler accompanied by Drew McIntyre as Dolph gets set to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Seth Rollins here tonight as we kick off Summerslam. We are joined ringside by our Spanish announce team of Carlos Cabrera, Marcelo Rodriguez, and Jerry Soto.
Gracias amigos, viniendo a tres resistencias, evento más grande del verano con 9 luchas de campeonato. Bienvenidos.
Las probabilidades se multiplican. Hoy, uno de 4 hombres saldrá campeón universal. Un placer para mí estar con todos ustedes en Summerslam.
And our German announce team here as well, Calvin Kinney and Carsten Schaefer.
Hallo Teams auf dem Spiel, ein Höhepunkt jagt den nächsten. Es ist die größte Party des Sommers, der Summerslam.
What a menacing sight to behold Drew McIntyre is. 14 times the Championship has changed hands at SummerSlam. It was the first title to ever change at SummerSlam back in 1988 when the Ultimate Warrior beat the Honky Tonk Man. Tonight, Seth Rollins hopes to take the title from Dolph Ziggler.
And it's certainly a different feel, isn't it, guys, with 4 men in the ring as opposed to 2-on-1. With having the Shield brethren back in the house with Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose is out of action for 9 months after having tricep surgery, injuring his right arm in a tag team match late last year.
Not everybody is comfortable with being a leadoff hitter coming right out of the blocks, starting a show. But I talked to Dolph Ziggler earlier today, and he said this plays right into our message. We want to set the tone for the WWE Universe, but more importantly, the locker room.
You cannot overstate how important it is for Ambrose to be back in the corner of Seth Rollins. The reason Dolph Ziggler's Intercontinental Champion today, after he took an open challenge by Rollins a couple of months ago, is because of Drew McIntyre. The reason he's retained that championship over the past couple of months is because of Drew McIntyre. And tonight, Ambrose is able to neutralize that factor. That's out of your opinion. Maybe Drew had a hand
Right to our message. We want to set this up.
Not an opinion, it's a fact. You watch the match just right now. Now Seth Rollins looks to control Ziggler, the champion, in the early part of this match.
I think what can't be disputed, gentlemen, is the past couple of months is because
of Drew McIntyre. Tonight, Ambrose is able to neutralize that. That's none of your opinion.
I said it.
But you can't disappoint Dolph Ziggler.
Face up,
just like I did. As now Seth Rollins looks to control Ziggler, the champion, in the early part of this match.
Gentlemen, is the fact that on the stage of the Summerslam, we don't want any of these storylines tomorrow morning to be, well, it was because of that, or it was because of that. We want it to be about
And here it is. Once, just as we mentioned earlier, Ambrose in the face of McIntyre.
It's nice to have backup. It's better when your backup's out of
Roll up by Rollins, shoulders are down, kick out by Dolph at 2, and an uppercut, caught Seth in the nose, and now it's Dolph's turn. And a near fall for the champion, went for the super kick, blocked by Rollins, kick to the midsection. And now Dolph Ziggler going to take a breather and regroup.
Both Rollins and Ziggler fully aware of the incredible in-ring conditioning of their opponents. That's a 30-minute Iron Man match and Extreme Rules that Ziggler emerged victorious, albeit with a little controversy. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one go another 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, Corey, it's a great point. Neither one of these guys are going to surprise the other with what they have in the ring. It's going to be all about the intangibles, which decides who's going to be victorious here tonight.
Dolph Ziggler, only 2 men in WWE history, held the Intercontinental Championship more times than Dolph. Chris Jericho and The Miz. Ziggler, a 6-time champion.
Nobody's embraced SummerSlam week more than Dolph Ziggler. He has been everywhere, but now the focus, guys, and for everybody, really, has to come to the Barclays Center right here and right now.
He's making jokes and stand-up comedy at Caroline's over the weekend, but tonight it's no joke in the ring against Seth Rollins. Rollins off the leapfrog. Nice hip toss by the Kingslayer. And Ziggler again will regroup outside the ring. When Seth was asked about the return of Dean Ambrose, he said, quote, "It always feels right."
Well, you know, he spent time in the last week or so. And
and here we go. They'll face off with McIntyre protecting Ziggler. Wait a minute. Ambrose, with intimidation of his own. It's Seth Rollins with a big smile on his face.
I'll give Dean Ambrose a lot of credit showing extreme restraint with how long he's been out, not to lay his hands on Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, shot by Rollins. And again another by Seth driving Ziggler into the corner.
Here, Rollins taunting Drew McIntyre. It's a different game now, isn't it?
You know, Seth talked about the long plane ride over to China, Shanghai, and how he thought about this match and how he thought about what he would have to do to be victorious and how a sense of calmness came over him, knowing that he was prepared, knowing that he was ready.
And Rollins, what's he going to do here to Dolph Ziggler? Over the suplex, Ziggler lands on his feet, back into the corner. Rollins launched off to the apron. Oh, and a right hand to Dolph.
So almost instinctively, Rollins looks off McIntyre. Ziggler unable to capitalize. But there it is.
So, Corey, does it seem like to you that his attention, Seth, is way too much on Drew McIntyre and not on Dolph
Ziggler? Here's the cover now. Hook of the leg, hooks both legs, and a kick out by Rollins. But Ziggler attacking the knee of Seth Rollins.
Smart.
Ziggler, familiar with Seth Rollins. They've competed against one another so many times. Rollins with a history of knee injuries. This is a smart strategy by a veteran champion.
Every time he falls, even awkwardly on that knee, you start to cringe and you start to worry that maybe it might be another serious injury, and you hope not.
Now as he punishes Rollins, he mouths off to Ambrose, and the Intercontinental Champion is taken over.
You gotta wonder if it's almost a strategy by Ziggler to try to incite Dean Ambrose. Champion's advantage dictates that if Seth Rollins gets disqualified, Ziggler's still the champion.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
The only way Rollins can win the title is via pinfall or submission.
You got to believe that Seth and Dean had that conversation, Corey, backstage when they were going over their gameplay.
And we know that Ambrose is unstable at best. You always hear Ziggler talk about how McIntyre's his Scottish psychopath. Completely different levels of insanity here. Drew McIntyre is obsessed with changing the business, changing the game, and having Dolph Ziggler along for the ride. Ambrose is just nuts.
And that makes being victorious here tonight and staying the Intercontinental Champion so vital for these two heading in to what's going to be a very eventful fall.
Back to the knee by Ziggler. Corey, back to the point you mentioned about changing the way the locker room is here, the mentality of it in WWE. Ziggler and Drew, though, they have a healthy respect for Seth Rollins, and they've talked about that on a number of occasions.
Very much so. They look and respect Seth Rollins as one of the workhorses of WWE. They believe it's all too rare in the locker room.
Oh, and Rollins hit hard as he came down on the apron. Did you hear that thud as Rollins hit spine first on the apron, and now he is down and out outside the ring.
Multiple levels of impact on the outside. Ambrose wants to join the party again.
And again, Dean Ambrose is showing exactly his value here at ringside.
Meanwhile, Ziggler turns his attention to Rollins, and Rollins is in trouble. The Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler, could be moments away from retaining the championship in our kickoff match here tonight at SummerSlam.
This is a match that many guys on social media thought would steal the show. Would be the standard bearer.
We are sold out tonight at Barclays Center. Over 16,000 WWE fans. Rollins makes it back to his feet. Dolph Ziggler looks to wrestle him back to the mat again.
The assistance of a fistful of Seth's hair.
And of course, tremendous amateur background. A great collegiate wrestler. Would love to keep Rollins on the mat.
And after a slow start to this match, you're really starting to see Dolph Ziggler settle in and really get into a really good flow.
Is anybody else as unsettled as I am with Ambrose pacing back and forth?
What
like
about McIntyre pacing back and forth right here in front of us?
Corey, he feels like a caged animal to me. Like he just wants to be let loose.
And look at Dolph, right back to the injured knee of Rollins.
Such a smart strategy by the champion.
Dolph is just wearing down the challenger. Tremendous rivalry over the past few months between these two men. Who will ever forget the Iron Man match that went to overtime? Drew McIntyre figuring in the decision there.
To your point, Michael, but all rivalries have to come to an end. So you got to believe that Seth realizes the pressure that he is under here tonight. Because if failure is his destiny here tonight, then who knows when he's going to get another opportunity.
Rollins looks to be in pretty bad shape right now, trying to get the blood flowing back into his fingertips, trying to wake himself up a little bit here.
Ambrose trying to offer words of encouragement to his buddy Rollins. McIntyre and Ziggler have been quite the team since bursting on the scene here on Monday Night Raw. Inseparable. And look at Ziggler.
Well, normally in a position like this, a normal superstar might get worn down, but we know that Seth Rollins is in exceptional physical condition.
Look at Ziggler with his chin-lock, Corey. Full body weight applied to Rollins.
Better maneuver by Dolph Ziggler, using every ounce of his own body weight to wear down the Architect. Seth trying his best to fight his way back in this. This is the point in the match where Rollins' muscles start to burn, where he's feeling fatigued. Can he overcome this and escape Brooklyn with the Intercontinental title?
Oh, look at Seth getting back to his feet.
Create some separation. Can Rollins capitalize, hobbled with the one bad wheel? And Ziggler sets Rollins flat, and he hit hard. Rollins hit hard. Rollins in trouble, and you see him, the bad knee of Rollins coming down hard as he went over the top rope.
It also impacts the lower back that we've seen early in the match as well. Let's look at it again.
And watch Seth Rollins, and he hit hard.
Not entirely sure. Rollins didn't suffer some sort of shoulder or neck injury upon impact.
Came down hard on the shoulder, and now Dolph Ziggler realizes this is his opportunity.
Or does he, Michael? That was a mistake.
Put Rollins away while he can. Back into the ring. Wasn't a mistake.
Well, the count was going.
Ziggler wants to beat Rollins. He wants to embarrass Rollins at SummerSlam. Doesn't want to take a count-out victory. He wants to pin Rollins in the center of the ring.
Okay,
that's
fair
what
enough.
Dolph is all about.
Okay.
Ziggler top rope, cross body, roll through by Rollins. There's the win.
No way.
Wow.
So much for that injured knee.
The power of Seth Rollins.
It's amazing what adrenaline can do for you when the gold's on the line. Rollins, a testament to that. No way.
Ziggler on the apron, and Rollins hit hard again, and I believe the injured knee may have come into play there.
There's no doubt about it. It's hard to decide which one of these two guys took the harder fall.
It's a long way down from in the ring to the floor. Both superstars crashing, and almost a look of concern on the face of Ambrose. Take another look at this. Rollins
Very
obviously
awkward here.
playing into his balance issue.
Yeah, Michael, to your point, I think the strength in the knee, or lack thereof, certainly cost Seth Rollins.
The official at a count of 5. Dolph back in the ring. Rollins breaks the count as well. This is for the Intercontinental Championship, currently held by Dolph Ziggler, a 6-time champion. Rollins to the face.
But still trying to fight his way back into this one.
They landed awkwardly again. They deliver a slick blade.
I think you could argue, Michael, that this is the most important and the most impressive title run of Dolph Ziggler's career.
Seth Rollins trying to change all that tonight in Brooklyn.
And Seth Rollins now with a forearm into the corner. Rollins starting to feel a momentum building, running on adrenaline as Rollins. Oh, roll up. They have him here. Is it enough? And a kick out at 2 by Rollins.
Dolph capitalizing on the slightest opportunities. Rollins once again from the middle row.
Cover. Hooks the leg for the title. Dolph survives it too.
We are now starting to see these men get into deep waters, and when you get into deep waters, you utilize any chance you can to end the match.
There may be no other man in WWE today that is in the cardiovascular condition that Seth Rollins is in.
Aside from possibly Dolph Ziggler.
And Seth Rollins trying to climb at least to the top rope. He's got Ziggler where he wants him. Ziggler though right back to Seth Rollins, knocking him off the top rope.
It just took too long. I think you're starting to see, even though the great cardiovascular, it's about muscle fatigue, and I think mental fatigue.
I think it's about the bad knee injury and the terrible knee injury that Rollins suffered earlier that Dolph initiated the assault early on in this matchup. And now Ziggler.
WWE Network.
Ziggler looking for the walk-off here.
Perhaps looking for a superplex. Rollins able to block twice.
I need light. That's what I mean. I said
Big butt drop Ziggler to the mat.
Seen Rollins do some incredible things from the top rope.
And look at Ziggler.
Really smart by Dolph Ziggler.
The veteran, the champion, rolling out of harm's way.
The ring awareness is off the chart.
Rollins was obviously going to go for his cross. But now he's going to do the suicide. And Ambrose saying, get it back to the ring, Seth. Get it back in the ring. Now Rollins. Springboard off the top rope, the flying clothesline.
The ripcord knee coming.
There it is. Champ's down. Cover.
That's it.
To win the Intercontinental Championship. Ziggler stays in it.
Boy, Seth is doing everything in his power.
Let's take another look at this ripcord knee. Boom, right on the jaw. I'm not entirely sure Dolph didn't lose a few early whites.
Yeah, that was square. That was square.
But you have to give the champion credit. Dolph's showing great ability to survive this deep into the match. This is the difference between being a champion for a long time, having a great reign, or just being a name in a record book. Rollins could be thinking about a buckle bomb. Will his knee hold up?
Ziggler, though. Look at the fight left in the champion. Dolph Ziggler with a couple of right hands. Rollins, though,
Oh, Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler with a sleeper hold that he's used successfully in his career. Rollins realizes he's in trouble, just slings Ziggler away.
A great counter by Seth.
Oh, and hung up on the top rope. And for the champion, that buys him time.
We're starting to see instinct take over at certain times, guys.
Smells fat.
I think these two superstars are both running on instinct.
Now we finish this, Seth! Now we finish this!
Parece que vai acabar com uma...
And Rollins, though, Dolph's in trouble. What's Rollins looking to do here, though?
Fires back of his head.
Into the post, and a DDT on the apron.
Rollins is finished.
What I'm seeing is how fast will the count start.
Seth Rollins went spine first into the post, followed up by a DDT out of the apron by Ziggler. And the official now on a count of two as we take another look. Oh, first that, and now watch Ziggler here.
Thunderous impact followed by a spike DDT right on the apron. The unforgiving steel.
Meanwhile, Dean Ambrose is barking at Rollins, trying to will Rollins back into the ring.
It's almost in.
Eu também sou vosso hater.
Oi?
E o nosso WWE Network deu uma bugada.
Ai, vai começar. Vai ser como...
Could be losing his cool out of frustration.
Oh, não pode começar a pancar.
Abriu o YouTube. Bugou-se.
Ainda bem que ele não está aqui agora.
Rollins looking to climb to the top rope. Champ's in trouble. Rollins gonna fly. Oh! DDT! Those are the package him up. Head kick and a toe. What a counter by Ziggler.
I don't know what was more incredible, Ziggler getting the cover or the fact that Seth Rollins is still alive.
See the look of anxiety in the eyes of the lunatic fringe. Dolph looking for the zigzag. Rollins connects right on the jaw of Dolph. And then a picture-perfect frog splash with no payoff for the Kingslayer.
An incredible match between two incredible superstars, both former world champions, battling over the Intercontinental Championship here tonight at Summerslam.
Comes to Rollins and Ziggler. This is as much about bragging rights as it is the Intercontinental title. This rivalry's gotten so deeply personal.
You know what I've liked about this, guys? Is that really we've seen no outside interference. It's been all about Dolph. It's been all about Seth.
Set that funny move. And look at Rollins go. And right back to the bad knee. Ziggler went for the famous or caught by Rollins.
Oh no, this is not going to end well for someone. It's almost as though Ziggler's had a reset button in his pocket. Every time Rollins starts to mount some offense, Dolph goes right back to the knee.
That's the reason he's been one of the great champions in WWE.
Yeah, the in-ring IQ is off the chart.
Ooh. Elbow stung Rollins. Seth still in it. Another elbow. This time drops him to the mat. Now can the Intercontinental Champion regroup? Uh-oh, Rollins to the top rope.
What happened here? What's the? No. What the? What the?
Goes through. For the championship. Under the leg on Ziggler. Kicked out.
I don't think there is a single person walking the earth watching this that didn't believe we had a new Intercontinental Champion just now.
And this crowd appreciating what we're appreciating here to kick off SummerSlam.
Standing ovation.
Yeah, they understand that these two are digging as deep as they can. dig to come out victorious and with success tonight.
This is incredible, Corey.
I honestly don't know that I have ever seen this particular sequence, an inverted superplex, and Rollins would somehow roll through and drive Dolph into the mat once again for a count of about 2 9/10.
Yeah, modified sidewalk slam, and Ziggler was still able to kick out, still able to say he's Intercontinental Champion. And the Kingslayer looking to feed off the This Is Awesome chance here at SummerSlam.
Well, he can fill a new title run.
And look at that! McIntyre driving Ambrose into the steps, causing a distraction. And Ziggler able to sidestep the stop. Zigzag by Dolph. And Ziggler's going to retain the title because of McIntyre again. And no! Rollins kicked out.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Do not get ahead of yourself.
This has been incredible. What a way to kick things off. Who would have thought Dean Ambrose nearly became a liability?
And the official taking out the rubber gloves because Seth Rollins has been cut open in this match for Dolph Ziggler's Intercontinental Championship. McIntyre provided the distraction for Dolph, but Dolph wasn't able to capitalize.
You had a gut feeling that something would happen, and at one point, Dean Ambrose loses track of Drew McIntyre, and it cost him.
Seth's certainly a little worse for wear, trying to gather his bearings, get back into this battle. Meanwhile, Ziggler looking to close out this chapter. Dolph tuning up the band.
No, it's over, boys.
Maybe not. Rollins rolls up Dolph. Ziggler using the touch to his advantage. Rollins able to counter.
Oh my God, look at this power.
Are you serious?
See the way Whiplash took Dolph Ziggler's head and neck. Here comes McIntyre to join the fray.
But Dean is out! Go!
Turn around, Seth.
Rollins caught the champion. Here comes the Kingslayers. To Ziggler. Into the cover.
Here is your winner, and the new Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins.
What a way to kick off SummerSlam.
Seth is the best.
This may be the loudest I've ever heard Barclays Center. What an incredible matchup. What an incredible rivalry.
And I love the fact that, well, into the last 2 minutes, this is an absolute fair fight. Let's look at it again.
And Dean Ambrose a little bit of payback to McIntyre. Dirty deeds, and we thought Rollins was distracted by what his buddy was doing.
Incredible quickness. Seth Rollins would actually beat Ziggler to the super kick and burn it down with a stomp that echoed throughout New York City.
I really thought that Seth Rollins was going to cost himself because of admiring what his buddy Dean Ambrose had done. But instead, what a quick reaction. And Dolph Ziggler, he's going to go home tonight, and he's going to wonder what happened. And he and Drew McIntyre are going to have a conversation.
The Shield brothers bond stronger than ever. Dean Ambrose returning in support of his friend. His friend is now the new Intercontinental Champion.
And it begs the question, what's the immediate future for Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre? Their message had to go along with being a champion. Dolph Ziggler no longer the
This
champion.
isn't the last time we're going to hear from Drew McIntyre or Dolph Ziggler. But right now, let's just get lost in the moment. Barclays Center, just burn it down.
Qual será o próximo combate? Ronda Homem Rousey.
I don't say this to people, really. You're very special. You're going to give so many people hope.
Thank you. Try to do the name justice.
I love it.
Parece um guaxinim esfumado. É malandro, parece um guaxinim morto. Feito na mamada.
Pre-order the deluxe edition and play 4 days early.
Routine pop fly. Chris Bryant gets underneath. Waves off the shortstop.
Yeah, he really popped that one. That is way up there.
Yeah, he's got time to hang into this one, so it looks like he's going to play a little tap sports baseball.
Well, I mean, you got a fly ball like this. I mean, you got time. Why not crank a few?
Yeah, I would too. And Bryant makes the catch.
Dominate the league together. MLB Tap Sports Baseball 18.
Now play ball!
Wow, what an unbelievable start to SummerSlam. The crowning of a new Intercontinental Champion in Seth Rollins. And now to keep the party rolling here at SummerSlam, please welcome Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins. It is so good to see you both. What brings you here tonight to SummerSlam?
Well, Renee, WWE is and always will be a big part of our lives.
Yes, and tonight there is so much chance of history. Honestly, there's no other place we'd like to be. I gotta ask a question with the announcement of WWE Evolution, the first ever all-women's pay-per-view. Any chance we're gonna see you guys step back in the ring?
Right now, Brie and I are just really focused on our YouTube channel, Birdie B, Bella Radici, Total Bellas, which got picked up for season 4 on the E! Network.
Yes, thank you, Brie. But you can't forget Total Divas.
Which goes back on air September 19th on the E! Network.
Brie, can you stop it so I can finish answering this question? Thank you. Look, Renee, yes, of course, Brie and I have talked about returning to the ring, but that's not why we're here tonight. Honestly, we're here to have fun. And we're here to witness Ronda Rousey making history and being the new Raw Women's Champion.
That's right, Nikki. You know, the woman's evolution means so much to us. I mean, Nikki and I have been a part of it since the beginning. So we can't wait to see Ronda represent the evolution as a champion.
Actually, tonight we are going to be watching front row to see Ronda make history. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much and enjoy tonight.
Hey, good to see the Bella Twins back. Aghast at what you're wearing right now. I don't even have words for it.
Because you love it, don't you?
I thought you'd be a little upset that they weren't rooting for the goddess Alexa Bliss to retain the Raw Women's title.
Everybody will understand what I've been saying all along. Everything is fine.
Tom Phillips alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton. SmackDown Live action. Ready to go.
Don't you dare be sour for your world famous 4-time champs and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
My heart has just been invaded with positivity. Come on, Corey. I know you feel it.
And we're surrounded by pancake power here inside the sold-out Barclays Center tonight.
You know what they say, right? What, if it's in Brooklyn, it's got
Trust Warriors.
Gotta be organic, vegan, non-GMO, all that stuff. I'm sure Biggie found a place.
Hey, which means Brooklyn goes home. Pancakes.
Everybody wants that.
The following
contest scheduled for one fall race for
the SmackDown.
The SmackDown Tag
Team Champions. Já me estou a começar a passar.
Team Championship. Introducing the challengers.
The New Day.
The New Day.
Bum, bum.
You know, the more I think about it, Byron, I think my heart is full of positivity. Because I am absolute for the New Day.
Team has won 4 tag team titles as a unit, and the first team to win both the Raw and SmackDown Live tag.
Cadê que ia fazer tudo?
Rolling the bloodshed. The New Day about to realize firsthand that nightmares and horror movies are real, and they very rarely have happy endings.
A near 600-pound unstoppable force in the Bludgeon Brothers set to defend their tag team titles here tonight. And remember, guys, it was a SmackDown tag team tournament that had been created by our general manager, Pete, to determine the challengers to Harper and Rowan here tonight. In the first round, they were able to knock off Sanity, but Byron, in the second round, it was the bar that awaited, and what a match it was.
Absolutely stellar matchup. It just shows you how high the competition is, how high the level of competition is in this SmackDown Live tag team division.
An absolute thriller, and the bar brought it as they renewed their rivalry, but it would be the New Day who would earn the opportunity to challenge for the SmackDown Tag Team titles here tonight. But Grace, we've talked about what opportunity really is this.
This is your reward, a beatdown at the hands of over 600 pounds of malicious predators.
I spoke to Xavier, said we've done everything. We've beaten every team. There's one thing left for us to do. We have to beat the Bludgeons.
The SmackDown Tag Team Championship hotly contested for over the last few months, ever since the Bludgeon Brothers captured the championship at WrestleMania. Multiple teams have tried to bring it to Harper and Rowan. Can the New Day be the ones to topple these behemoths?
It's become Tuesday's exercise in futility.
And it's going to be Big E and Xavier Woods, the two to represent the New Day, to challenge Harper and Rowan as Harper tags in.
I've been wondering with New Day pairing we would get. I assume Big E would want to bring the power game. Curious to see if it's the right decision.
Off the big boot. This could be over early. Into the cover and a kick out by Woods.
This is the problem we've seen with any opponent of the Bludgeon Brothers. Inability to maintain a sustained offense against these two.
You have to ask yourself, is Xavier the best choice to team with Big E, or is he just the least valuable member of New Day? Expendable, if you will.
Well, you might remember it wasn't that long ago that Xavier Woods was actually stretchered out of the arena courtesy of the Bludgeon Brothers, so this is kind of personal for Xavier Woods.
Now Woods trying to get back up to his feet, a little speed, a little power on display for the New Day, but it's Harper and Rowan who've been dominating out of the gate.
For all intents and purposes, human beings as big as Harper and Rowan should not move this fast, should not be this agile. Look at this, watch the height.
Over 300 pounds behind the splash and a kick out.
Terrifying ease at which Harper and Rowan simply dismantle and dominate you.
Rowan right now might twist Woods' head clean off his shoulders.
Harper and Rowan haven't lost a conventional 2-on-2 tag team match in 10 months. They are undefeated as a team since winning the titles at WrestleMania in April.
Look at this now, Rowan might just squeeze Woods' brain out of his nose.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of teams in the SmackDown Live locker room cheering on the New Day so they don't have to deal with the Bludgeons in a tag team title match.
And I look at Rowan just trying to manipulate Xavier Woods.
Terrifying power.
Got a pump handle grip here on Xavier Woods. Oh, into a backbreaker.
Agony that Xavier Woods is in, which is music to the ears of Harper and Rowan.
I actually saw something of a smirk on.
Oh, and a senton from the apron by the big man Harper to retain and a kick out. It's just freakish what these two can do to the Bludgeon Brothers.
I don't know if you can prepare for the Bludgeon Brothers. I mean, we've seen them.
And Big E taking off the apron.
We've seen Harper and Rowan do what they do week after week, and no one has an answer.
Oh, wait a minute. They're doing what they do right now. A big power slam on the outside.
Harper and Rowan trying to completely eliminate Big E from this match.
This is what the Bludgeon Brothers are capable of, though, Graves. They take the fight outside the ring. They use the environment to decimate their opponents.
You are not safe anywhere that Harper and Rowan are present.
Harper and Rowan coming over here. You may not be safe out here. Spanish announce desk here, and the steel stairs have been exposed.
This is almost like deja vu. And Xavier Woods,
Harper's directing traffic. Rowan trying to set up Xavier Woods. And Woods is able to escape. Just for Rowan.
It might just be prolonging the inevitable.
Now and Harper's got Woods. Steel.
Xavier Woods essentially fighting for his life. Say from the look in Harper's eyes, maybe his bell's rung a little bit, but Harper always looks like that.
Woods earning himself a temporary reprieve from this onslaught. And a count of 5 back inside the ring. And now Woods is trying to get to Big E on the opposite side of the ring. Woods has been legal for the New Day this entire match. And look at Harper.
Maybe that's questionable strategy. I don't know how Big E hasn't been allowed to be a bigger factor to this point.
Oh, and Harper and Rowan. Here he comes. And attack's been made. Oh, my God, the belly to belly. A smart get rid of Rowan. Big E just caught Harper. Oh, my God. And Rowan both got belly to belly by Big E.
It said Harper landed on his face.
Yeah. Again. Whoa. Into the canvas. He understands you can't have any hesitation.
This is the game-changing power that Big E possesses.
You want to be a champion, you want to do the impossible, you got to go full speed ahead. Oh, what a splash by Big E. I believe I'm saying this, but now it's Harper who's in trouble. Oh, man, trying to come up for the big ending here, and Harper couldn't able to get away from it. Uh-oh. Oh, sit-down slam. Here's the cover, hook to the leg here. Big E kicks out.
Rowan's recovered.
Tag.
Enough to be effective once again. This is a bad sign.
And now Harper and Rowan have got the numbers back in their favor here.
Yes, sign of the end times for the New Day and their championship aspirations.
Maybe they're first into the post, and Harper with a kick. Here's Woods. Woods trying to help out his buddy. Look out, nobody's safe. Oh, down goes Rowan. And now Harper. Oh, no, right on the floor. You see the quickness with Harper to skip over Big E. Watch Big E. A high-speed battering ram just connected with Harper.
This carnage is unbelievable. It's not going to get worse, is it?
Rowan off of the apron. Absolute carnage in this match. And now Rowan tosses Big E back inside the ring. And Rowan's looking to make a tag here to Harper, but Graves, I never thought I'd say it. It looks like Harper and Rowan look banged up after that exchange.
They certainly are, but Harper and Rowan are also in control at the moment, and with a moment's notice, it ends the game.
Second opportunity, and the crucifix bomb connects. Cover here. And broken up by Woods. Oh, Harper and Big E are legal. Rowan's going after Woods now. Woods on his feet. Oh! Exeguri and a tag made by Woods. Oh, and another kick. Rowan and Harper both stunned. Through the ropes was trying to set up for the DDT here, and Harper just
too powerful.
Oh my God! Look at this ferocity from Harper.
Thanks for coming, Woods.
Off the power bomb, cover, and Harper still can't pull away. How in the world did Xavier kick out? And Kofi trying to chill his boys from the outside. It almost looked like Harper was in disbelief.
I'm still trying to figure out why Xavier Woods would want to kick out. The beatings are just going to continue.
Goes back to the value or the importance, the prestige of being a tag team champion. No, Kofi's not even in this match. Big E, but Big E is. Big ending.
Rowan face first on the outside.
The two legal men are inside the ring, however. Harper and Xavier Woods. Woods able to escape, makes a tag here to Big E, and Harper blasts him. Super kick there to Big E. Stunting momentum. That's what the Bludgeon Brothers do better than anyone else. All right, what is Harper thinking here out on the apron?
Harper's thinking about the end of this battle, the end of this match, the end of Big E.
Let's got Big E rocked for a moment here. Now out onto the apron. Big E's trying to battle back. There's not a lot of real estate. Woods came in to help out with a backbreaker. out of nowhere with the assist. I don't know who got the better of that exchange. Oh, Harper's hurt. That's the important thing here. And Woods is climbing back up to the apron. Tag made.
I don't know how Woods is still walking right now, let alone climbing to the high rent district.
Up to the top turnbuckle. And Harper wisely rolls out of the ring. Woods was going for the...
Don't do this, Woods. No, don't listen to these people.
The limit breaker to the outside.
Big E just directed Woods to put Harper in the ring.
Xavier Woods completely sacrificing his health.
Woods threw up a prayer and it might have been answered. Big E.
And now Big E gonna help him try and finish it off here. He's got Harper up on his shoulders, but how much will take him out of Woods? He's trying to go to the top. Woods roll in. Oh my God! Freaking mallet from the handle of the mallet to the face. Oh God!
I think Rowan's gone too far. I think even Harper recognizes. Whoa, no. Oh! This is unholy.
Here are your winners by disqualification. The New Day.
I can assure you that.
But still, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Bludgeon Brothers.
I can promise you that no one in the New Day feels like they won much of anything.
Yeah, but it says something, Corey. It says something that the New Day pushed the Bludgeon Brothers to a point that the Bludgeon Brothers would intentionally get themselves disqualified in this match. An incredible fight brought here tonight by the New Day, testing Harper and Rowan in a way we've not seen, but still, the Bludgeon Brothers are going to walk out of Brooklyn with their titles in hand.
This season on Total Divas. Earthquake! This WrestleMania is so historic for women. Earthquake! I would hate to follow that.
Suck it up. You got this. It's the best time to be a woman. Like, period.
I'm back!
Earthquake! Make the grass.
I'm really going through stuff. I'm about to have another meltdown. Here's to broken hearts.
One of my biggest fears is getting divorced. We need to talk. What? I got a confession to make. I feel like I haven't seen him forever.
We literally like single parents.
Guys, we work at a PG company. This is unacceptable.
He looked in love with you, honestly.
Am I making you embarrassed because you're with an older woman? We have so much chemistry. It's amazing.
And we are in New York City for Summerslam. It is the second of 4 nights here at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. NXT TakeOver sold out last night. Summerslam here tonight. Raw tomorrow and SmackDown. And the stars are out, Corey.
It's the biggest party of the summer, of course. Everyone wants to be a part. There's Jon Stewart, the man who made the Daily Show what it is. He even hosted SummerSlam back in 2017.
Actually, 2015.
But it's SummerSlam. We've been here for a number of years, Corey.
Details.
Jon Stewart having a good time here tonight. He even had it written 2015.
That's the first year Sports Center was here.
Well, guys, up next for the first time since 2012, the Money in the Bank contract winner puts the contract up for grabs in a match. If Braun Strowman loses in any capacity, he loses the contract to Kevin Owens. KO believes this is his time.
I am Raw's MVP.
Kevin Owens, what the hell is he doing?
I am winning the Money in the Bank contract. I'm on a roll. And I deserve to be Money in the Bank. The only thing you deserve is to get these
It doesn't have to be every man for himself. Maybe tonight should be every man against Monster.
Well, this is what Kevin Owens was talking about, working together.
Tonight, we take out Monster.
Kevin knows this is his opportunity. Strowman is risen. I don't like the looks of this. Oh my God! Braun Strowman has become Monster in the Bank.
Look, you have to do something about Braun Strowman.
I think it's pretty clear that KO brought this upon himself.
Here's your key.
But you can't have somebody running around doing stuff like that.
He just hit his porta potty.
Where'd Kevin Owens go?
Anybody in there?
Yeah, go away.
Somebody help Kevin. No, no, no!
You gotta do something.
Extreme Rules. You will be in a steel cage match.
What?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the torture of Kevin Owens continues at the hands of Braun Strowman. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, my God!
And your winner, Kevin Owens!
I mean, I was watching. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm not well, Stephanie. I'll be honest. Life's been hard with this Braun Strowman vendetta against me. A vendetta, might I add, that he has willfully and gleefully allowed. All I want is a chance to take everything away from me. When Braun Strowman loses at Summerslam, I get the Money in the Bank contract.
That's absurd.
Actually, Kurt, I kind of like it. Got your match.
It's Strowman versus Owens. If Braun Strowman loses in any capacity, Kevin Owens wins Braun's Money in the Bank contract. Braun can lose by disqualification, by countout. The officials count it. He's in 10. The Monster in the Bank may be no more after Brooklyn.
You tried to take everything away from me. Now I am going to take everything away from you.
The following contest is for Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank contract. If Strowman loses the match in any capacity, Kevin Owens will win the Money in the Bank contract. Introducing first, from Maryville, put this Canada weighing 266 pounds, Kevin Owens.
Corey, after all the punishment, after all the torture this man has gone through the past few months, would winning the contract tonight make it all worth it? It absolutely would. Kevin Owens has endured hell at the hands of Braun Strowman for what seems like ever in a day. KO can take the most valued possession in Strowman's life away from him tonight, and I think KO is happy to do it. And WWE Summerslam is presented by Ring & Wireless. Get 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 a month for the unlimited plan from Cricket. And by MLB Tap Sports Baseball 2018. Download the mobile game, play as your favorite team, and climb the MLB ranks. Go dominate the league together.
And what makes tonight different is really you only have two plans. Plan A, you figure out a way to beat Braun in the ring, 1, 2, 3. Plan B, you do it any other way possible. That's what makes tonight completely different.
That equals like 6 different plans, Coach. There's a lot of different ways Braun can lose.
His opponent, weighing at 385 pounds, Mr. Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman.
The last time that a Money in the Bank contract was put on the line in a one-on-one match was back in 2012 at the TLC pay-per-view event when Dolph Ziggler put the contract up for grabs in a ladder match against John Cena. Tonight, Strowman does it 6 years later.
The terrifying smile on the face of the monster in the bank. Looks like Braun Strowman got his hair cut by Matt Hardy's mower of lawns.
Don't tell him I said that. You know, Strowman beat 7 other men back in June in a Money in the Bank contract ladder match. But we have seen Braun Strowman lose over the past few weeks via disqualifications and countouts, so it can happen.
Well, and Michael, up until tonight, it hasn't really mattered. We saw when Braun Strowman threw Kevin Owens off the top of the cage, he was more than willing to play. Boy, it is loud in here. To play the role of JoJo and make the ring announcement. But tonight, that would cause him to lose that very important Money in the Bank contract.
The contract on the line, remember that contract allows you to cash in anytime, any place for a Universal Championship opportunity. Well, guaranteed you will become champion. That's why that contract is so important. And Strowman out of the box hot against Kevin Owens.
Well, I love this start by Strowman.
Smart move. Classic Kevin Owens. Way to frustrate your opponent. Kevin now might need to compose himself after that.
Well, Braun Strowman may not allow that to happen.
Yeah, he's not.
Here comes the freight train. Kevin Owens driven into the barricade.
He nearly went over the barricade.
Owens almost ended up in the front row.
There's some little kids in the front row that better pay attention.
And Kevin Owens, I hope he doesn't plan on staying here. Another shoulder tackle. Owens inside out.
Braun Strowman, the super terrorizer, just running through Kevin Owens.
Not that we ever would, Corey, but if anybody ever questioned whether or not Braun Strowman was ready from the jump, well, that question has been answered.
Kevin Owens, I don't think Kevin realizes where he's at right now.
Listen, I know Kevin's plan, his strategy was to frustrate Strowman, to get under the monster's skin.
That kick by Kevin Owens didn't even phase Strowman. And now the monster in the back with a choke. And the punishment continues for KO. And the official right down there to make sure Kevin Owens can continue. Owens may be out.
Kevin Owens' body bounced off of the diamond plate.
With everything that Kevin Owens has been through the last 4 to 6 weeks, I don't care what he looks like here tonight. There's no way he's 100%.
Braun Strowman stalking Owens who can't even... You're running over! KO can't even make it back to his feet. And Braun Strowman looking to make quick work of Kevin Owens with a running power slam. Here's the cover on Owens, hook to the leg, and it's over. Just like that. I mean,
It's over. And still, Mr. Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman.
Kevin Owens had one offensive move, and that was a kick to Strowman's jaw that didn't even phase.
That was one of the most one-sided matches I'm sure has ever taken place in SummerSlam history. Kevin Owens finds himself succumbing to the meat castle.
I mean, this was from the jump an absolute domination by Braun Strowman.
I mean,
I'm still in shock. I'm in shock at how quickly this match ended. Braun Strowman rolled through Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens is a former Universal Champion.
Look at this. Corey, this is incredible. And listen to this. Oh, my God.
Kevin Owens' body has got to be racked with pain, and this was the thunderous exclamation point.
Well, think about it. Not that they didn't need to worry before, but if I am Brock Lesnar or I am Roman Reigns, you better pay attention, because the monster in the bank showed us here tonight. He's not messing around.
Kevin Owens got those hands.
We are in the Bronx for a Be a Star rally at a Boys and Girls Club, courtesy of Cricket Wireless.
Cricket is supporting our Cricket Cares initiative. We've partnered with WWE to address the topic of cyberbullying. When bullying went digital, that's when it got in our space. And we want to make sure that you have the tools to prevent that.
Who here has been bullied? You're not alone.
You know, they see WWE superstars as larger than life, but we also have the same problems. We all have so many commonalities.
The reaction from the kids was awesome. You know, it's always good when we get a chance to go into any community. The message is very important, it's powerful, and it's something that's much needed.
Biggest takeaway today, don't be a bully.
It's an incredible week. The build-up here in Brooklyn, New York has been incredible to be with the WWE Universe. Just one of the samples of what we've been up to here around the city. But right now we want to take a moment and send a shout-out to one of WWE's favorite stars.
Talking about our guy Flo Rida for Sweet Sensation, one of the official theme songs of WWE Summerslam. You can get it right now on iTunes and Spotify.
SmackDown Live is back and ready for more action. It is all about the SmackDown Women's Championship. Carmella believes this triple threat is ridiculous. But for Becky Lynch, this is her chance to stop saying I was and to start saying I am.
I have been patiently waiting, and I've never stopped working as hard as I possibly can, but I am just getting started.
Big opportunity at hand for Becky Lynch. A victory over Carmella will assure Becky a title opportunity at SummerSlam.
You hear that, Carmella? Straight fire is coming for you.
Wait a minute, feet on the ropes, and Becky was still able to kick out. Becky will not quit on her dreams. Becky Lynch is going to SummerSlam.
And come SummerSlam, I think it's time Becky Balboa became the SmackDown Live Women's Champion again. What do you say?
What the? Carmella's trying to take out her competition for SummerSlam.
Taking it uncalled for. This is so typical of Carmella.
Wait a minute. And Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch's best friend, coming to help out Becky.
I'm gonna teach you how to be a real champion. You will face Charlotte Flair. And if Charlotte wins, your title match at SummerSlam will become a triple threat.
So here we go, Carmella trying to keep Charlotte out of the SmackDown Women's title match at SummerSlam. And now Carmella trying to inflict as much punishment as possible. And now Charlotte plunging to the figure eight. Going on the tap. Charlotte's going to SummerSlam. It is a triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's title.
Let's go, Carmella.
You know I wasn't trying to ruin your moment. I get it. So the hill that I gotta climb just got a little bit bigger, but hey, well, what's new? I get to prove I'm the best by beating the best.
I am the greatest female athlete this company has ever seen.
See, I'm willing to risk it all. I'm willing to go through anything and anyone, even if that means my best friend. And I am going to be the SmackDown Women's Champion again. Good luck with that. Luck has nothing to do with it, Charlotte.
It's every woman for herself in a triple threat match.
Carmella, you're a diva living in a women's era.
I am a diva, and I'm damn proud of it. Well, here's the thing. I'm the SmackDown Women's Champion for a reason, and they can say whatever they want. This title is not going anywhere.
simply a golden opportunity for the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And Byron, Charlotte has to thank Carmella because it wasn't for the champion running her mouth. Charlotte may not have got this opportunity.
Yeah, it was Carmella who made the choice to insult our gentleman Page. I don't know what universe that's actually smart, but Charlotte took advantage of the opportunity, defeated Carmella, and earned herself an opportunity to now compete in this match.
Saxton, I don't know how you live with yourself in your revisionist history. What Paige did to Carmella is completely unfair, uncalled for, and unbecoming of a general manager.
But clearly you've been speaking to Carmella.
For Charlotte Flair, between her time on Raw and SmackDown Live alone, she has racked up 6 championships. Her victory here tonight would tie the mark of Hall of Famer Chris Stratus, 7. But in order for Charlotte to do that, not only will she have to go through the champions, she will also have to dispatch her best friend in Becky Lynch.
In this business, you can either make friends or you can make money. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch both better come to that realization before tonight's show.
And WWE Universe, you can watch your favorite TV shows and movies online with Hulu and get next day unlimited instant streaming access to all of WWE's weekly program, including Raw, SmackDown, Main Event, NXT, and 205 Live. Visit Hulu.com for a free trial and start watching your favorite WWE shows today.
The one thing Becky Lynch and Charlotte will tell you is that the fabric, the foundation of their friendship is how truly competitive they are. So this is a chance to put that competitive drive on display.
Well, as much as Becky likes to refer to herself as Becky Balboa, I think the likelihood is she's going to end up more like Ivan Drago or Apollo Creed tonight at the hands of the one true underdog in this situation, the Princess of Staten Island.
Now! I got it now! Parece que veio de pijama.
We heard the comments earlier on from Charlotte Flair saying that Carmella is, quote, a diva living in a woman's era, but the truth of the matter is Mella has been money.
You finally came around, Phillips. You finally admit what I've been spewing all along, that the entire WWE Universe knows and accepts as holy truth. Mella is money.
See what you started, Tom. Byron, the truth of the matter is every opportunity that Carmella has had to defend the championship, she's found a way to do it. It doesn't mean you have to like problem for the champion.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is a triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challengers. First, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair. Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch. And from Staten Island, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Carmella.
Much for the home turf advantage Carmella was banking on this last Tuesday.
I am highly disappointed by the entire city of New York.
Corey, how many nights do you think Carmella's been trying to figure out how to weasel her way out of this match?
I don't know. I was busy celebrating when Carmella beat Charlotte Flair twice. She beat Asuka twice. Carmella has done everything that she said she was going to do, yet people like you keep doubting.
As people like us see how she manages to survive.
For 131 days, Carmella has survived as champion, but can she hold on to the hashtag women's title tonight? Already moonwalking and trash talking.
Smart to do.
Oh, look at this. This is just... Oh! Now that's gutsy. That's what a champion should be.
A brief moment of respect between Charlotte and Becky, blown up there by Carmella, who's got the boot out of the corner. And Grace, how does Carmella survive this? Because you have technically two best friends who could go after Carmella.
She needs to keep herself involved in every moment of the match that she possibly can. The last thing the champ wants to be is out of the ring. What is this Becky Lynch dance thing that she's been doing lately? Oh, stand it.
Just living in the moment, Corey. Carmella scrambles into a cover. Count of one, and Charlotte right there to break it up.
Carmella knows exactly what's at stake, how fair this is, and to try to end this quickly.
Oh! The back of the neck, and Carmella is pretty intimidated by Charlotte. Does Carmella not understand the rules? This is brilliant. Wait, Carmella's trying to bait Becky against Charlotte, a cover and a kick out.
I didn't slap you in the head, Pat. No, she's like, she's tearing us. This is competition. Competition. Slap you in the head.
Oh, wait a minute, now Carmella trying to take advantage as Becky puts her down.
Carmella drove a wedge in between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, the supposed best friends, with some of the most genius strategy we've seen.
Oh, wait a minute, now Carmella trying to grab a hold. Becky Lynch trying to take advantage and a kick out.
That's a situation Mella wants to avoid.
Hold on, into a cover here, and a kick out by Becky. Carmella's playing the backfire right here. The leg, another cover. Becky able to escape here.
Great athleticism by the Irish last kicker. Little one-upsmanship.
These two said it in the weeks building up to this matchup. May the best woman win. The friendship on hold. This is all about the championship here tonight.
Think about this. It was 2 years ago that Becky Lynch became the first ever SmackDown Live.
Cover here to kick out. Becky wanted to disarm her early. She's helped her rack up so many victories over the last few months.
In a year and a half since Becky's even had an opportunity to compete for the championship.
WrestleMania 2017. Oh, no! Face first into the post. Remember, no countouts, no disqualifications in a triple threat match. And Carmella, oh man!
You starting to believe yet, Byron?
Carmella, very wise strategy.
All I'm seeing is dollar signs.
Give her credit when it's due. Styling and profiling.
I think Nate would be proud.
How about you try to beat one of your opponents? I remember the only way that the title can change hands is by pinfall or submission inside the ring. Carmella to do just that and a kick out, rather to retain, and now all over Becky Lynch here. All the showboat and all the shade thrown. That's what could cost Carmella. And Carmella said that Becky Lynch doesn't stand a chance, that Becky doesn't do anything better than her friend Charlotte Flair. I think that's the first time Becky's heard that, the first time Becky's heard in her life that she's not good enough to achieve something. All you're doing is motivating your challenger. Now Becky trying to battle back up to her feet here, and Carmella now finally broken up. Oh! And Carmella dropping Becky Lynch. And Charlotte Flair back inside the ring. Oh, wow. I'm trying to toss. Oh, Carmella by the hair. Carmella got a hold of Flair. Hook to the leg here. And a kick out with authority. Oh. And now Carmella
raining down elbows to the collarbone and shoulder blade of Charlotte Flair.
Carmella's done an excellent job, whether it was Becky Lynch, lost control of the hold and then tossed her out of the ring.
You might consider her a little brash, but Carmella has done her homework. She strategized. She knows Charlotte Flair is the strongest woman in the match, if not all of WWE. Charlotte Flair is a freakish athlete. Carmella had to plan for it.
It never ends, does it? Still trying to get to the head of Charlotte.
Byron, have you ever had a situation in life where you said, no, this is too much money? No, that's never happened in life. It doesn't happen here in WWE. Mella is money.
Oh! Knee right to the midsection and sends Flair outside the ring.
Oh, Becky from behind.
Becky might get it right here. Kick out at one. Carmella, great drop kick. Look again, I will give Carmella credit. She has successfully fended off Becky Lynch and Charlotte.
I'm the champion!
shots from... Oh! Carmella answers.
This time Carmella slapped Becky Lynch right in front of her face. Valuable time being wasted.
That's psychological warfare, Saxton.
But Byron, this is what it's been all about for Carmella. It's been about rubbing it in people's faces for all the people who doubted her over the years. Shoulders down here, Carmella. Now trying to put away Lynch and a kick out at 2.
I bet you win the match and then rub it in their faces.
Oh, no, Flair! I believe Flair was aiming for Carmella, but instead Becky Lynch was right there.
Yet again, the champ proves to be one step ahead of the competition.
Is she?
Byron, what's your beef with Carmella? Is it because you watch what's happening in the
Have you ever looked at a girl like that from the inside of a locker in high school?
The signature Flair chops ringing throughout the sold-out Barclays Center. And there's the power of the Queen.
This is what the champ had to avoid. Charlotte Flair building some momentum.
All right, now Charlotte Flair, belly back suplex.
When it comes to big stages, when it comes to high-pressure situations.
Charlotte Flair is certainly no stranger. You're absolutely right, Byron. The Queen has excelled on the big stage throughout history.
Thanks for agreeing with me, folks. And now Charlotte, trying to set up for the figure 4 here. Oh, Becky Lynch along the apron.
Becky was picking her spot.
Remember, it's every woman for herself. And Becky has got to be the aggressor. Now going up to the top turnbuckle. Oh, double drop kick. Flair and Carmella both go down.
Big opportunity for Becky Lynch.
You're worried about friendships right now. It's all about the championship. Now Becky's done waiting. She's done being patient. She believes she has fought all of her life to be a champion and takes down the champion just like that. Thinking about the title, trying to close in on the victory. Oh, what an uppercut. Now set up Carmella. And the exploder.
The champion's in jeopardy right now.
Becky Lynch knows she's got a very small window of opportunity here.
Becky Lynch tossed out to the apron.
Straight right.
Now going back up to the top here, Becky Lynch. Oh, and Carmella got a hold of the top rope and took out Becky.
Bought herself a little bit of time. Will it be enough?
Oh, and down goes Lynch. Carmella to put this thing away. Hook to the leg and a kick out at 2.5. Great opportunity in that sequence there for Carmella to close this thing out, but Becky Lynch has been going to another gear here in this fight.
Look, you know, emotions are high in this match. You know, you have...
Think about another exploder. Had a hold of the hair, still does, as a matter of fact, to Becky Lynch. Whoa, what a spear!
Everyone's down.
Oh, cover here from Charlotte and a kick out. Open body, there's a cover to put this away and a kick out.
Well, they're trying to give herself the best chance to win this match.
And Becky to the outside, that leaves Charlotte and Carmella inside the ring. Oh!
Face first.
Remember, no countouts, no disqualifications. First woman to gain pinfall or submission will be the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Almost a rare look of frustration on the face of Carmella, asking herself, what do I have to do to keep the Queen down?
It's familiar facial expression we've seen from many superstars who have tried to defeat Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch alike.
Well, now Carmella trying to set up Charlotte.
Oh, no. Change of plans.
Climbing down into the canvas.
Charlotte now dragging the check in the center of the ring. There's no way that Carmella's going to hold on.
And Carmella, she's going to tell about the Charlotte Flair. We're going to have a new champion. Carmella trying to break free of the submission.
Look at this.
Figure 4. Can she do it into the figure 8? Try to bridge. What's Becky? Figure 4's locked in. Carmella's tied up. And Becky. Drop to Charlotte. Cover. And Carmella breaks it up.
Just in time, saving her championship. Becky Lynch with a home run shot, so we all thought.